Okay, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our motivational speaker today. It's someone you all know, or most of you know, many of you know, I would say. Someone I've known for a long time, someone who's very dear to my heart, and someone who's come a long way since he came into this world, and has already begun the process of giving back, because he recognizes that so many people in this room have given a lot to him to bring him to where he is today. He's a junior at Old Town High School, so it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Connor Archer.
Thank you, Mr. Gordon, for the introduction. I would also like to thank Mr. Walker for the opportunity today to speak today. Welcome back, RSU 74. Your impact on the lives of students is tremendous, but today you may not recognize the significance of what you do. I am here to remind you of the important role that each of you play every day in the lives of students in RSU 34. Perhaps you were the teacher who made math fun. Years later, the student is able to successfully complete honors level math courses. Maybe you journaled back and forth with the student, helping the student become a better only writer today. Did you know that the debate would be the start of creating the student who is now a confident public speaker? You might have been the teacher who helped another teacher to problem solve and figure out how to teach a student who learns differently. You held a study session and only one student came. For that one student, you dedicated 2 hours of your time. You taught way more than academics that day. Sometimes a teacher is a coach who sparks a love for that sport that will turn into a student's passion and a lifetime activity. Your love for music became a student's love for music now and for life. Making it an invention may have seemed to be the core of your lessons. Confidence is what is really being built. You made it safe and important to share a very personal story, a life-changing story. The countless emails and communication with the parent to help the child really did make all the difference. And those words of encouragement, whether you are an administrator, teacher, aide, support staff, or a custodian, everyone works together to raise a child. It takes a community to teach a student. It took a community of educators to allow me to be able to speak to you today. I'm here speaking to you today because the hard work of many, many people over many, many years. 12 years ago, I entered the newly constructed Old Town Elementary School as a student who needed tremendous amounts of support. I did full-time one-to-one aid. I was pulled from the general education class for most of the day for speech, occupational therapy, and direct instruction to learn just about everything. I had just started to talk a few months before starting kindergarten. I was diagnosed with autism when I was 3 years old. At that time, the prognosis was very good. Many specialists and doctors warned my parents I may never be able to speak, if only they could hear me out. My parents worked very hard to help me, and they still do. but they could have not done it alone. They needed you. I needed you, the community of educators, each and every day to help me learn and to become the person I am today. Think for a moment of a word that best describes you as an educator. The word you chose is only one of these strengths. I know you have many. Be proud of who you are, but never stop growing and learning. I encourage you this upcoming school year to post your work somewhere in your classroom where your students can see it and where other teachers can see it. As you visit each other's classrooms, notice the word that each other selected. Individually, you are amazing. You have amazing qualities. But together, well together, you are extraordinary. Come on. It takes a community to raise a child. As you begin another school year, I would like you to leave with these three thoughts. Think outside the box. Be flexible. Ask for help from those around you. And don't be afraid to ask the student what works best. Remember, all students can learn, but they will not all learn the same way or in the same time. Choose your words and actions wisely. Your actions and words are incredibly powerful, good or bad. They can have a lasting impact. Get frustrated. Be prepared to get frustrated, but don't let that frustration discourage you. Let it drive you. Because often, when you are the most frustrated, you're making the biggest difference because you care. You may witness the results of your daily efforts immediately, or you may never know the impact you have on a student's life. But maybe, just maybe, weeks, months, or even years after you left your mom, you may see what the results of your efforts when that student stands before you to say, "You have made a difference in my life," and for that, I thank you. I'm so proud to be here today. I'm so honored to have been been a student in RSU 34 for the past 12 years. Thank you. Last but not least, I have a box for each administrator full of supplies that were donated during this past Sunday's first annual Courageous Steps Back to School drive to help make sure all students are ready for school next month. I also want to say that what a privilege it was to be a part of the Stuff the Bus supply drive that Lee Jackson organized last week. And it was just an amazing time and amazing to see all the supplies that were gathered. And your boxes are located down in the main lobby of the high school. Thank you.
no way I was going to try to follow that. Inspiration. So, Connor, thank you very much. For those of us who are career educators, which are in a room full of them, it is wonderful to hear from a student that perspective, and a great reminder to us of how important it is what we do. So thank you for coming here today and sharing that with us. Thank you.